Right, okay, so this was the grade 10 standard lesson. Okay, your formulas, you've got them on Google Classroom or they're in the chat, but let's go and do now. Okay, so got two coordinates, x1, y1, x2, y2. So when you look for the gradient, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So for this first question, 9 minus 5 all over 6 minus 4. So that'll give you 4 over 2. So the gradient is 2. So because the gradient stands for m, in the equation of a line that join these two, I now know the gradient is c. Just so you know what we're talking about, if I just sketch these 2 points, so 4, 5, 6, 9, the gradient of this line is 2. You rise over your run. Okay, next thing we can look at is, okay, what's the midpoint of these two? So the equation for midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2, and then y1 plus y2, that's an x, y2 over 2. So for this question, 4 plus 6 over 2, and then 5 plus 9 over 2. So we simplify it. 4 plus 6 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. 5 plus 9 is 14, divided by 2 is 7. Right, the next thing we can do is we can say, okay, what's the distance between these 2 points? So the distance formula, which is from Pythagoras, is x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. Okay, so for this question, the square root of 4 minus 6 squared and then 5 minus 9 squared. If we simplify it, negative 2 is in the first one, negative 4 is the second one. When you square negatives, they become positives anyway. So 4 plus 16, which is root 20. Don't forget, we can simplify this because root 4 times by root 5 is root 20, and the square root of 4 is 2, and that is simplified. We've simplified that third. Right, the last thing then is the equation of a line. So I already know what the gradient is because we worked it out up here. Pick any of these 2 points. So I'm just going to pick 4 and 5, and then this is x and this is y. So in the equation, 5 equals 2 times 4 plus c. So 5 equals 8 plus c. So if you minus 8 from both sides, that means negative 3 is c. Just don't forget to write y equals 2x and then minus 3. And that's the equation of a line. Right? The next thing then that's going to help with the task today, there's 2 tasks on Transom. You've got task 1 is going to be matching the equation with the graph, and then task 2 is answering some questions about the equation of a line. So we all know y equals mx plus c is what we deal with, and c is the y-intercept. So straight away in all these equations, I can write y equals mx, and the first one, you can clearly see your y-intercept is 2. The second one, y equals mx, and I can clearly see my y-intercept is 5. And then the last one, y equals mx, and you can see the y-intercept is plus 4. They're all positives. Now if we look at the gradient, you can either use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But if you have a graph, it's a little bit easier just to do rise over run. So what does that look like? So pick 2 points, any 2 points on the graph. Count how many you have to rise and run to make a right angle triangle. So I rise by 4 and I run by 4. So rise over run in this question is 4 by 4, which is just 1. So the equation of this line is y equals 1x plus 2. You don't have to write the number 1. Right, the second question, pick any 2 points. And again, do rise over run. We rise by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we run by 1, 2, 3. So my gradient is rise, which is 6, over run, which is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So my equation is y equals 2x plus 5. Right, the last one, pick 2 points. I'm going to pick any 2 points. Again, rise, run. So I'm rising by 2, and this time I'm running to the left. So I'm going to say that's a negative this time because it's going to have a negative gradient. So rise over run is 2 over negative 4. If you simplify that, it's negative a half. So your equation for this question is y equals negative a half x plus 4. Head over to Google Classroom and complete your transom tasks.